New horror story. The elevator game is real. This is what happened. The elevator doors opened on the 5th floor and she stepped in. I kept my eyes glued to the floor numbers above the door, just like the instructions said, but I could smell her perfume. Sweet and cloying, like flowers left too long in water. It was supposed to be a stupid internet challenge. My roommate Jake had dared me to try the elevator game during our last week of college, back when we thought we were invincible and nothing could touch us. Some creepypasta nonsense about pressing buttons in a specific sequence to reach another world. I'd pick the tallest dorm on campus. Morrison Hall, 15 floors of concrete and flickering fluorescent lights. It was 2 a.m., the building practically empty except for a few insomniacs cramming for finals. The game was simple enough. 4th floor, then 2nd, then 6th, then 2nd again, then 10th. If someone got on at the 5th floor, I wasn't supposed to look at them or speak to them. Keep my eyes down, let them ride with me. I thought it was ridiculous. The first 4 stops went exactly as planned. Empty elevator, empty hallways. Just me and the mechanical hum of the building's guts. Each time the doors opened, I half expected to see someone waiting. But Morrison Hall felt like a ghost ship at this hour. Then came the 5th floor. The door slid open with that familiar ding, and footsteps echoed across the tile. Slow, deliberate clicks of heels against linoleum. Someone was walking toward the elevator. My heart hammered as she entered. The rules were clear. Don't look, don't speak, don't acknowledge her presence. I focused on the glowing button panel, fighting every instinct to glance sideways, but I could feel her watching me. The perfume was overwhelming now, thick and sweet like funeral flowers. Underneath it, something else. Something rotten like meat left out too long. My stomach churned, but I kept my eyes fixed on those glowing numbers. The elevator lurched upward. 10th floor, just like the sequence demanded. Except when the doors opened, it wasn't the 10th floor. The hallway stretched impossibly long in both directions, lit by a sick yellow light that seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. The walls were the same institutional beige, but something was wrong with the proportions. Too tall, too narrow, and there were doors, hundreds of them, lining both sides of the corridor as far as I could see. "This is your stop," she said. Her voice was wrong. Too deep, like it was coming from somewhere far away. I still didn't look at her, but in my peripheral vision, I could see she was wearing a red dress. Old-fashioned, like something from the 1950s. I pressed the closed door button frantically. Nothing happened. The elevator seemed frozen, suspended in this impossible space between floors. "You wanted to play the game," she continued. "Now you have to finish it." The smell of rotting flowers filled the small space. My finger jabbed at the button panel. Any button, all of them. Finally, the doors began to slide shut. But just before they closed completely, I made a mistake. I looked. Her face was beautiful and terrible, pale as porcelain with dark holes where her eyes should have been. She smiled, and her teeth were black, like charcoal. The elevator plummeted. I pressed every button I could remember from the return sequence, my hands shaking so badly I could barely hit the right floors. 4th, 6th, 2nd, 10th, 5th. The elevator jerked and swayed like it was falling apart. When the doors finally opened on the ground floor, I ran. Didn't stop until I was outside, breathing real air under real stars. Jake found me the next morning, still sitting on the bench outside Morrison Hall. When I told him what happened, he just laughed and said I'd fallen asleep in the elevator. But I know what I saw, and sometimes late at night, I still smell those flowers. The worst part? Last week, Jake texted me a video of him trying the game himself. I haven't heard from him since. Thank you for listening. If you really like the story, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily horror stories. Thanks.